The state of Georgia is forcing a brain dead woman to act as an incubator until her fetus can be delivered. 30-year-old Adriana Smith, pictured here, was 9 weeks pregnant and began experiencing some severe headaches. She went to the hospital, hospital staff examined her, and they decided to send her home with some pain meds. Hey, just take some ibuprofen or something. You'll be fine. Now, this, of course, before I move on here to what happened, this appears to be a pattern. If you are a minority, you are more likely to have your symptoms be ignored, especially if it's something serious. Okay. Hospital staff will ignore that and send you home with the minimum amount of care. And that's what happened, apparently, in this situation. Okay. Because the next morning, Smith's boyfriend woke up to find her gasping for air and gurgling. So that's horrible. He called 911. She went to the hospital back and was given a CT scan to find that she had blood clots in her brain. I mean, again, that's horrific. Had she actually received actual medical care earlier, right, those scans, then it is very likely that she would be alive at this point. And so it's a very tragic story of a woman who did not get the proper medical care and is now essentially dead. She is brain dead. She ain't coming back from this. Okay, so yes, she is essentially dead. And again, you could talk about how this is a product of medical racism, you know. And I've seen and heard stories like this before plenty of times where someone will come in with very serious, serious symptoms. They're not given the proper type of care. They're dismissed, and later on, they come back with something far more serious and far more deadly. And so that's one of the big problems here. But that's not all. Okay. Because look, in cases like this, yes, the family could generally have the option to take this particular family member off of life support. But since Georgia is a pro-life state, they have now forced the family to keep Adriana alive, her body specifically, because there's no life left in her. She's brain dead. But since she is pregnant, they're like, well, we got to do the pro-life thing. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, Georgia's so-called heartbeat law forbids the medical termination of a pregnancy after a fetal heartbeat is detected, which can be as early as 6 weeks. There's not even a heart at 6 weeks. It is the cells that will eventually form a heart, so it's like a proto-heart. And so what they really describe with the heartbeat, it's actually just like a flutter. Okay. Nonetheless, all right, she is being forced to stay on life support until her fetus is considered to be viable, which, yeah, it could be about 32 weeks of gestation. She's currently 21 weeks now. And now you might think, though, hey, if we save the baby, maybe things will work out. Well, no. Things will likely not work out. Doctors are saying that the unborn child has water on the brain and may end up being born with some severe health issues. In fact, the woman's mother, April Newkirk, told local news WXIA that the child may end up being blind, may not be able to walk, may not even survive once it's born. So all of this could end up with a child that may not even survive. And if that child does, then he's going to need a lot of help, which I'm pretty sure that the right-wing government of Georgia and the Trump administration will likely not provide, as they are cutting Medicaid, SNAP, and other programs that disabled people need. Okay. And so, it doesn't seem all that pro-life to me doing this. I'm just saying. Now, Newkirk told WXIA that it's, quote, torture for me. I see my daughter breathing, but she's not there. Yeah. And that's horrific. And it's even more horrific that the state has literally taken the choice away from the family, away from the doctors, the medical staff, even from the father. He's got no say in this. And while Newkirk stated that the family may not have chosen to end Smith's pregnancy, okay, depending on how it went, right? The fact that they were robbed of that choice has made this situation, which is already horrific, even worse. Quote, this decision should have been left to us. Now we're left wondering what kind of life he'll have. And we're going to be the ones raising him. Yeah. And of course, to add to, the final injury onto all of this, you know who's on the hook to keep this woman alive? Her body alive? The family. The state is forcing this family to pay medical bills that could amount to tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars without a choice. So she said, Newkirk did, that every day that goes by, it's more cost, more trauma, more questions. And as a result, unfortunately, April has resorted to starting a GoFundMe page to raise money for that medical care the state is forcing on her and her family. So, yeah. Look, I don't know. I think that if the state really wanted to keep her alive, then maybe they should pay for it. I mean, it is their law that is giving this family, or that has taken the choice away from this family to whether or not to keep her on life support. Okay. So the state took away your choice. So I guess the state should pay for it. Okay. And by the way, once that child is born, then anything that child needs should be taken care of by the state. Because again, the state has forced this. So, hey, if you're actually pro-life, Georgia, then prove it. Take care of the child. Give that child medical care and everything that they need for the rest of his life. That's what you should do. Or if you don't want to do that, then maybe you should admit that being pro-life just means that once the baby is born, you stop caring about it. Because that's certainly what it seems like to me. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.